Carol, the owner and creator of the items that you see at CarolJo's.com, which is an online jewelry and accessory business for women. And I have a piece of hair that's just wackadoodle there. Sorry, everybody. So we do lots of different things here. I want to explain it all, but I would love for TikTok and YouTube to push this out to everybody so that people know I'm live. And if you are joining us, go ahead, please. On TikTok, will you guys go and share out the live and do the likes or the above and get those numbers to 10 shares and 10 likes? If you are on YouTube, hi, Cute Preppy Lifestyle. If you can do thumbs up and such to get and share it out to others, that would be awesome. We want to grow our family here, our community, and that comes by you guys helping us with the algorithms by doing those things. So that is what we've got going on for getting us out there. And it is being really slow of getting people in here. So welcome in anybody who has joined. But what we do here on my social medias, I go live 4 times a week on average for YouTube, and I go live at the same time that I am on TikTok. Those lives are twice a week for chat times, which we've done our chats already for this week. We did one Monday and one yesterday. And then we go live twice a week with our tutorials, which we are doing a tutorial here. I'll show you what it is in just a moment. And then we also go live about 5 to 7 times a week selling the items that we show in the tutorials that we talk about in our chats and that type of thing. I do do a lot. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that, Cute Preppy. I really do. Hello, River Horse. But we sell like the silicone beads. We will have sales for those tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday at noon Central. Thank you for the heart me. We had our, what now is called a super fan. Super fan is what it's called in the TikTok world. We had that. That's always the last Monday of the month. We will have a bead sale on Friday night. Tuesday we had a bring back, which is items that we didn't sell out of the first time we showed it. Some of those items were back from February that we brought this week. So they're been a while since they've been out and you see them. We also have a cabochon sale on Saturday. And for those of you that were here this last Saturday for cabochon sale, I got through the 10 millimeters all the way up to the 25 millimeter circles, but we have the other 25 millimeter shapes to go through. And I seriously thought the entire time going, I think I lost my mind. I thought I had some more 12 millimeter cabochons and some other items. Lo and behold, I found them in the middle of the night, Sunday night, when I was like, couldn't sleep, got up to work, and I found them. So I'm getting those ready. So we're going to have some of the smaller size first, then we'll get into the 25 millimeters, finish that out and go to 30 millimeters. And then we're going to do a round 2. So just to let you know, that's what happened. But we're going to have some more. So anybody who loved that sun cabochon setting, that was for the 12 millimeters, I have 88 of them now instead of just 2 or whatever I had before. I'm like, God dang, that one was really throwing me. I'm like, I thought I bought some, but oh, I'll go buy some. So guess what? I found them. Oh no, Sally. Oh, that's going to make you cry and make me cry. But hopefully you'll have a fun-filled day on Saturday. So, but today it is tutorial day. And it is our silicone item tutorial. So I'm going to show it to you. I didn't preview it on any of my lives because I just got it done today. I knew what I was going to make. I knew how to do it. I just didn't get the example done to show y'all. But this is what it is. I'm going to bring it back a little bit so we can see it on both YouTube and TikTok. It is a Dragonfly keychain. So we're going to use a lobster clasp with the swivel. We have 2 15 millimeter size beads, 3 octagons that are 14 millimeters, 20 of the 12 millimeter. So last week when we were doing the 20s, this is what I said, grab extras for. We have 26 lentils. This week for the silicone sales, we're bringing the lentils, everybody. So I don't know if we're going to do them all on Thursday or if we're going to break it up between Thursday and Friday, but we will have lentils this week. We'll also have focals too. We just got done doing all of the octagons, so you guys should have some of those. But this is what we are going to be making today. I think it is super cute. The person that had a video that I watched this off of on YouTube, she did not say if she created it, and she did not give who her inspiration was from. So I don't know if it's hers. So, but I do want to, I'm looking it up right now, what her name is, so that I can make sure I am giving credit that I got my inspiration from her. I just don't know if it was her that did it, okay? So I'm just trying to go and find it here. So give me a moment while I go look for it. Here we go. I had to get to the right spot. Her name is Coop is Here, is the TikTok name. Coop is Here. COOP is Here. So that is, I watched a video where she was showing how to do this, and I'm like, I love it. I want to do it. So that's what we're going to do today. What you will need for items to create this, I got to get back to my backup account, everybody, so I can see when I point the camera down. What you're going to need to do this is loop turner. You don't have to have a loop turner, but it's easier. And for me, it's also easier if I have 2 loop turners. I would go with the long ones on this one. You will need a swivel of some sort. You will need nylon cord. I am using 1.5 millimeter nylon cord. It is going to be 24 inches of what she said. I did it a little bit longer, and I think I'm going to go a little bit longer again this time. You will need 2 15 millimeter. We're going to have 3 of the 14 millimeter octagons, and we are going to use 20 of the 12 millimeter rounds, and we're going to need 26 of the lentils. So those are the beads that we're going to need, the supplies, the one tool. I'm going to use my ruler for cutting. We will use the scissors for cutting. And then at the end, you will use a torch of some sort. It can be a lighter. It doesn't have to be this type of torch. I just prefer this one. And that's what you're going to need for tools and supplies. I'm going to point you all down so you guys can watch what I am creating, okay? So here you go. And so YouTube, I will let you know, I do not have a backup of YouTube, so I cannot see comments while we are down. Okay. There we go. All right, first step in creating the dragonfly is that we need at least 24 inches of cord. My ruler is an 18-inch ruler, if you guys can see here. So I'll do 18 plus 6, and I'm going to do a little bit more, just so that I have it. Okay. All right, I'm going to move the ruler out. We're going to attach our cord to our D part, the loop part of our swivel here. All you do is I take the doubled over my cord, push it through, and I take then through that the ends and just create that. So that, let me get that to focus. So that you've got a little, it just attaches your cord to your swivels. All right, first thing we are going to put on is going to be one of our octagons and then our 15 millimeter round. So when you're putting things on a loop turner, first on is last off. And if you look at our example here, we want the bead that is a 15 millimeter round to be the first off, and then this one. So that's why you put your octagon on first, because it's going to be last off. And that's the order we're going to put that in. Go to the end of your two cords together. There is a little hook here. Hi, Lorraine. Hey, Michelle. And you are going to open that hook up so that you can put your two cords in here. Shut that up like a little hook there. So I want to show you what it looks like closed. See if I can get it to focus. Yep. There we go. It's focusing. There we go. And you turn it upside down. To save your fingers, put your fingers on the outside of the bead. Push them down onto the cord off of your loop turner. And the reason why you do that at the end is sometimes you may get your loop turner hook on your cord and it will fray it. You don't want that frayed part in the middle of your design. So that's why you always do it at the end. So we have the first two beads on of our dragonfly. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take one loop turner. We are going to put 6 of our, I'm going to get them out of the bag here, of our 12 millimeter rounds. And the color I'm using for my rounds is Midnight Sapphire. The color for my octagon is called Deep Burgundy. And this one is Molten Caramel. We will also need 5 of the lentils, and I am using Ice Crystal. So we're going to put one, it's going to alternate. I'm going to do 1 round, 1 lentil, 1 round. So this is round number 2 on here. Lentil number 2, round number 3, lentil number 3, round 4, lentil 4, and then round 5, lentil 5. So we're at our max for our lentils, and then we're going to do the last 6 millimeter of that. So that is going to be the top wing. Do I need to use these types of colors? Nope. You can use any combination that you want. If you noticed on this one here, I used the same color of the 12 millimeter throughout all of this. You can change that up and not always have them all the same for the 12s. Here I did the bubble gum for this one, and then the seafoam green. And I did 2, the bubble gums right here, 3 of the seafoam greens. On the bottom wings, I did seafoam green nearest to the body and the bubble gum outside. You can do any combination that you want. I am going to do both of my wings, top wings at the same time. That's why it's easiest for me to use 2 of the loop turners is to get those put on there. So once again, I want to do 6 of these 12 millimeters rounds and then 5 of the lentils. So we got 1 and 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. I maxed out my lentils, now 6. So I have both of those done. I'm going to set the extra beads off to the side. We'll use them later, everybody. Now on one cord at the end, we're going to add 1 of our loop turners. And on the other one, we're going to add the other loop turner. Now, to get these to form the wing, I want to bring them around and have my cord come back down on both of these down the top octagon. In the directions of the video that I watched for this, she takes both of these and brings them down through at the same time. I tried that. It didn't work for me. If it works for you, go for it. But it didn't work for me, so I'm just going to do these one at a time. I'm going to take my loop turner and I want to pull the cord from the top to the bottom. And to do that, you enter your loop turner at the bottom and go to the top. It's going to go the opposite way because that's how you're going to pull that cord through. Put your cord on the end in that hook, bring it to the middle, and then just pull this through. Okay, I'm not going to get it super tight at this moment. I'll work on getting it tight in a second. Do the same thing for the other side. Go from the bottom to the top, put your cord in that hook of the loop turner, and pull it through. Pull this one down. And you see, he's a little floppy and has a lot. So we're just going to grab the right cord for that one. And we're going to pull these cords tight. And literally all I'm doing is just pulling and pulling until I don't see any white cords in there. Sometimes I have to do one cord at a time. Sometimes I can do it with both. But there we go. We got a little bit of white showing right here. So I'm going to move my octagon up a little bit and then pull on this. Now, my cords are coming down between these two blue beads here, but I need to get my other octagons in there. They're going to split up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put the two octagons on as my body. I'm putting that through both strings. I forgot to say that before I started pulling that and didn't even show you. Sorry. Put both of those on the two strings at the same time. You want to fidget to make these two open up to allow this octagon to get up in between those two wings. And you're going to pull on that. See how if you pull on it, you can get those up in between there and your body of those four are all together. That's what we want to have happen. Now we're going to form our bottom wings. To do that, I need 4 of the 12 millimeters on each wing and 3 of our ice crystal lentils on each wing. So we go 4 millimeter round lentil, or not 4 millimeter, 12 millimeter round lentil, 12 millimeter round lentil, and then my 4th 12 millimeter. We're gonna do that on the other one. Every once in a while, I'll try to put this in my left hand, and I figured out it doesn't work to try to put this on holding it with my left hand because I usually end up spearing my hand with the hook. There it is. All right, we've got our 2 bottom wings on our loop turners. We're going to take one, put it in that hook part, bring those beads down. We are going to do that with our other one. Bring those down. Once again, we're going to bring our beads around through the bottom of the body here, that 3rd octagon. So I'm going to put this up in there. Take one side, bring it around and pull it down. Okay. And this happened to me before. Whoops, I pulled those off, so I'm going to have to restring those. See how my bottom one went down? I want my octagon bead to be up high. So we're going to get him back up there. We're going to pull this. Okay. I'm going to have to restring these because when I went to pick it up to show you, some of them came off of the string. So let me restring these and get those on. This is the one that I want to do it on, the shorter of the strings. And we're going to bring that around. So we're going to go up the bottom one and bring it into the hook and bring it through that bottom octagon and bring those in tight. We're going to pull on this and get things all cinched up, because right now, if I were to stop this, do you see how there's white here? There's a little bit of white. We want to get rid of all that white cord. So we are going to move beads up and pull on them and get them to go where they want to go. And it just takes what I call fiddling to get that there. There we go. There. Not completely. Sometimes you might have to use a plier to grab a hold of your cord to pull it on it. There we go. And I'm going to grab one of my pliers just to help me out with getting this last part straight here. There we go. All right. Now we're going to take the last 15 millimeter round, and we're going to put that one up at the top. Well, he's at the bottom, but at the top of the tail is what I was thinking. He's the bottom of the body, top of the tail, however you want to think of that. And then we're going to get that. We're going to move these beads through so that he goes up in between them. Pull that tight. There we go. So now we have our body done. Now we're going to create the rest of our tail, which our tail is taking 10 of our lentils. So we've got 2 on there right now. There's 3, 4. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna make sure we have enough. Ooh, he's gonna be really hard to tie this tail on. Whoop. We might have needed to do more. I don't know how she did it with 24 inches, because I did about 26. See, and I stood. Oh dear. I might have to redo it because I got that all frizzy and I don't know if I'm going to be able to tie it. And then you tie a knot after you get everything pushed up, because he came down. Do not come off the end. Go up in there, there. And then you tie a knot. Let's see if we can get this. Nope, he's not going to be able to tie, but you would tie a knot here. I'm going to redo this really quick while we're still live so you guys can see it. And we're going to tie that knot on, and that's how you do it. But we're going to take this apart and redo, because I'm going to do at least 30 inches. That's what I had last time, and I'm like, oh, I had too much. I like 30 better. We're cutting this off because he is just stringy. There we go. All right, we're going to do at least 30. Okay. So we're doing a lot longer than what she said in her directions. And I did 30 when I originally did it, thinking I just needed the extra for me. You really do need 30. Okay, once again, I'm going to show you here. Double over your strand. You've got a loop here. Grab the bottom of those and bring it through and bring it tight up there so that on that swell part, you're creating a loop. We are going to take last off. So we want our 14 millimeter octagon and then our 15 millimeter round, because we want the round at the top for like the head of the dragon, or yeah, the dragonfly. Put that on and then push those down. There we go. Push those to the top. Each loop turner you're going to do this one will have 6 of the round and 5 of the lentils. They are 12 millimeter and 12 by 6 millimeter. One, two, three, four, 5. This one's 5, so we got 6, so that's one side. Hi, Crystal. I'm doing good. We're making a dragonfly today. 1 and 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6. That's what we need for our wings. I'm going to move those all out of the way. We're going to lay this down and we're going to separate our cords. One of the loop turners goes on each of the cords. So then we're going to take this one and this will get this loop turner. There we go. Okay. We can take our second loop turner and put it on over here. Once again, we want to go so that this will come back through and down through the octagon bead here. So what we want to do is we want to send our loop turner from the bottom to the top to help bring that cord through. So we're going to put our loop turner through that octagon, bring this around and take the end and put it in the loop turner and bring that down to the center. We are going to push that cord over that way. We are going to grab this second side. We're going to do our from the top to the bottom. Put that through our hook part and then bring that through the cord here. Now we're going to get everything snugged up really tight in here. We want our octagon to be right below our head. So it's like that. Now we're going to take both strands of the cord and we are going to put our 2 remaining octagons on there. Closing up our hook and we're going to push this down. There we go. We're going to push this in between. We want to push these wings out using that octagon bead that's our body and bring those both up and get that on octagon in between both of those beads. Like this. And you don't see any of the white cord in between when you get it tight enough. Okay. What's wrong? Yes, it is my YouTube, Sandy. I just saw your comment. This is going to be on my YouTube. All right. Now we're going to take 4 for each wing of the 12 millimeters. And we're going to do 3 of the lentils on each of the wings. So I'm going to do 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, geez, 4, and then the 4th on the round. Then we're going to do the same thing over here. So we're going to do 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, and this one. Okay, we're going to put this in the center here. We're going to go on each side of one cord. So we're going to put the one loop turner on one cord, and we're going to do the other loop turner on the other one. Everything that you see, like how this is on the live, I just record the live and then set it to public so that everybody can watch what we did on the live. That is how I do my YouTube. All right, we are going to take our loop turner through that bottom octagon. We're going to bring our cord down from the top to the bottom. And when we do this, we sometimes will move our octagons. And so we are going to make sure, before we get too far carried away, we're going to make sure our octagons are staying where they should be, which is up together. So we got that one, and then we're going to do this one through, and we're going to need to move our octagon beads again. So when you're doing this, you want to, there we go, make sure this hook stays, because you don't want to snag the cord inside of that octagon bead. Bring that through. I happen to be using pliers. I didn't say at the beginning to grab a pair of pliers. I grabbed it midstream because I needed them to hold on and give us some grip factor. Bring up our 3 octagons to where we want those, and then pull these tight. Go up. I want you to go up. There we go. And now we're going to pull these tight. There we go. There they are. It's tight in there. Now we're going to take and put the last 15 millimeter round on. And we're going to put this through both of the cords at the same time on that loop turner. And we're going to bring that one down. This, whoops, I didn't get one of them on there. So hold on. He fell off before he got on the... Oh, my cord fell out of my loop turner. So we're going to put these 2 in the loop turner. Close that up. Get that on there. Make sure it gets on both. There we go. I'm going to grab this to help pull that through. I want my 15 millimeter to go sit in between these 2 so that it hides the white cords and makes my wings go out. See, now my wings are out. They're not like right up against the octagon, but they are pulled out. So that is what we want to do. I noticed when we had this together and I wanted to redo it, that this was pretty bland, having just the ice crystal as my tail. I am going to see what other colored lentils, if I have any deep burgundy lentils. I have a bag of extras. So I'm going to see what we have. We got a couple of those. Do we have any of the... I don't think we have it in the Midnight Sapphire. Is this Midnight Sapphire? Oh, yeah, we have 1. We have 2. So I'm wondering if we can do... I'm just messing around and seeing how many this is before I decide this is what I'm going to do. How many do we have here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I need 1 more. There we go. I did 2 of the ice crystals, 1 of the sapphire, or Midnight Sapphire, ice crystal, deep burgundy, and then repeated that pattern only just with 1. So that got us to 10. The gold here, this one is called... Molten Caramel. I have that one here. Oh, I could do that one at the bottom here instead of this one. Let's try that. Ooh, I might like that. It is called Molten Caramel. Okay, we're going to put those on. Hi, Geraldine. I am using 1.5 nylon cord to make this. Ooh, I do like that. I like doing that better than just having the plain tail. So that is our tail to it. Take your finger down here while you're holding everything, because you want it to be tight in there. Hold your things down, use your finger while holding that down, and bring these two cords into your loop to create a knot. Well, fiddly stickies, this did not happen earlier today when I made my other example. He decided he wanted to be down there, and I don't want him to be down there. So let me see if I've got my awl in here or if I moved it someplace else. Nope, it's right here. Sometimes I move my tools to different places. This is really a bead reamer and not an awl, but you can use an awl. Hold those down, and this can help you get your knot down to where you want it to be. There we go. There we go. We got it tight now. Then you're going to cut off your two strings. Thanks to Geraldine. I love these, Geraldine. I really do. Take those, throw those away. Take your flame of whatever flame you're going to use and just burn the ends of that nylon cord so that it doesn't fray on ya. We saw what it frayed when we did this the first time. I love this tail now. I like it better with that tail. And there you go. That is the Dragonfly. I'm going to bring these up, okay, everybody? And if I missed a comment, please put it in again. Hey, JR. Hey, Shay. All right. So this is the Dragonfly that we made here on the live together. Here is the other one that we made, or I made as the demo, so you can see what we're making. You can do whatever colors. You can make these a solid wing color instead of doing this. You get to do whatever you want. So I hope that you guys like these. I thought it was a cool idea. And so I'm loving them. And you get to pick whatever colors you want. So this one to me is more springtime. This one to me is more fall. So that is why I chose the colors that I did. But you don't have to do the same like colors throughout. If you noticed here, my color combination changed. You can even change the color combination of your rounds. I'm like, what if I would have done burgundy on the tips or something like here? That would have been cool. Will there be nylon cord for sale? I have black in stock for the 1.5, I believe. Don't quote me though. Let me look. I ordered the 1.4 white. Let me see, because I got an order that I haven't looked through yet. And I have 2 orders coming. So I don't know which one it's on. So let me look and see if it's the one that I have right now. Thank you, Rose, for the autumn love. I'm so excited. We have some autumn colored gifts that you can do on TikTok now. Just hold on. The website's being really slow to come up. Let's see. Is Ashley on? I don't remember. Yep, we have another tutorial this evening. Yes, I can see Okay. Um, so we have a 15 millimeter roll of the nylon cord in this order. Hi, Lori. So I will see if I can get that ready for either tomorrow or Friday, okay? Because we haven't had that. Thank you. And I want to say, when I have it down, I can't see who's all gifting and I can't see who is all following. But thank you to everybody who started following me here on TikTok while we were down. And then if you guys really truly like what you saw here, we do tutorials twice a week, we do chats twice a week, and we do sales throughout the week. On TikTok and on YouTube, we do the chats and the tutorials. So if you like it, go ahead and subscribe or follow. Thank you. I appreciate it. But yes, I'll bring the string to one of those two sales. I just don't know the cost. I think it will be you're going to laugh, Lori. I literally was like, I've got it all packaged up in the box. I was ready to print your packaging slip and the select which box. I almost hit it and I'm like, hold it, that's the wrong size box. So I was like, nope, I'm not going to I got to get the right size box. And then I stopped myself and I said I wasn't supposed to mail it. So then I put your name on the outside of the box, like where the label goes, and put it away, waiting for you to tell me when to mail it. I almost mailed it, but I stopped myself. I remembered. Did you send me an email, Rose, or what are you saying there? Oh, no, it's okay. It's fine. I'm like, it's not a big deal for me to hold them. I just got to remember. I stink sometimes at remembering everything. Okay, let me see. But I did stop myself. I was so proud of myself. Nope, I have not read it yet. Yep, I can do that for you, Rose. That's not a problem. I thought that was strange too, and I went back and yeah, but I will go ahead and do that. That's not a problem. I'm reading yours right now. Lori, sorry everybody, I'm reading emails. You understand. Yep, I totally get it. Well, you know, for us, it's like we are so lucky that we have my brother-in-law that lives close by that if we have packages or mail, any of that kind of stuff, they will come and take care of it all for us, just like we do if they want us to do it for them. And it works out great. I don't have it set up to prepay any other amount than the 25 because that is the deposit amount. I just have not set up a different amount. If there's something else that you want to do, you just need to let me know and I can set something up for you to be able to do that. All I do is I create a non-shippable item. Hey, Lori. So that's how we do that. So I hope you guys think that these little dragonflies, to me, they're really cute. And I think like, would I have this as my keychain? Probably not, but I would put this like on the outside of a bag. Yep. Oh, that's okay. You know, most people call me because it's the name of the business and it is my name, but most people call me CarolJo, but Carol is my first name and Joe is my middle name. Awesome. Thanks, Lori. All right. Well, I'm going to hop off because I'm going to get the rest of the silicone sale up and done for today and get that done. But before we go, tonight at 8 p.m., we are going to do our second one, and we're going to do another keychain. But when I sat and thought about what to do for this week, we always do keychains and that type of thing with silicone beads. Nope, silicone will be tomorrow at 12 o'clock noon Central and Friday at 12 Central. So you didn't miss the silicone sale. That'll be tomorrow and Friday. I just did a silicone tutorial today. So I wanted to do a keychain that you guys can use that used beads other than silicone. So this is what we came up with, is that we have what I call the Harvest Glow keychain. And if you were a super fan on Friday, or on Monday, Monday, you could have purchased the kit for this, but I only did that for those that were on Monday nights live. We have the beads going up for sale on Friday night, and the bead sale is whole strands. So you can buy a whole strand of the yellow or the whole strand of the red or the orange. There are 3 different color beads in there. Let me show that up close. But that is what we are going to do tonight, is that Harvest Glow. You can change it out to be any color that you want. One of the things that everybody talked about while we were showing that is that you can make it into earrings. And I'm going to show you something with my dark hair. After they said that, I was like, oh, let me see. And so I held this up and I'm like, holy, you can see this earring with my dark hair, which then we talked about I don't wear, I only wear posts. I don't wear dangles, but look at that. And so what you could do, we're going to talk about how you can take this tutorial and make it into earrings tonight too. It's a very simple change that you could do. So we're going to show you how to do it as a keychain, and then we're going to tell you how to make it into earrings. Very, very simple to do it both ways. So I'm excited to show you guys this one tonight. That will be at 8 p.m. Central. So today is tutorial day. I don't know why I scheduled both of them on the same day, but I did. So sorry. And we will do sales then for the rest of the week, because we've got our chats done and we've got our tutorials after tonight will be done for the week. Our sales are Thursday during the 12 o'clock and Friday at noon. We have silicone beads, which will be lentils, focals, and then I'm going to get the nylon cord into one of those 2 and get that ready. We did the 12mm rounds last week, and I kept asking you guys to make sure you got extras so you could do this week's. If we need to redo 12mm in the near future, you just need to let me know. Then Friday night, we're going to do a bead sale, and I'm still working on getting all the items. So tomorrow or Friday in the silicone sale, I will tell you what we have all for Friday night. And then Saturday is the cabochon sale. And yesterday we went over some of those that you're going to see in the cabochon sale on Saturday. Saturday this time does start at 11 Central. And the bead sale on Friday will be at 7 Central. As always, my schedule is posted and pinned on TikTok. On YouTube, it is out there as a short. So you can always look and see what time everything is happening each week. I post them on Sundays. All right, everybody, I am going to hop off and work on silicone beads for y'all, and we will see you tonight at 8 p.m. Have a good afternoon, everybody. Bye.